Hi there. I wanted to come here and give you a little tour about the course so that you know where things are and where you're going to be able to find things. And first thing I want to point out is our news area. This is where I will be posting announcements for you, so please make sure that you read this every time you get into your course. The next thing you're going to do, and it's at the bottom of this very first announcement, is click here to get started. And where that's going to take you is to the same place as if you were to click on the content area. So I am going to click down there on the click here, and that is going to take you to the table of contents, and starting with all the necessary documents that you need to read. Let's look at the table of contents. And we're starting here in the Getting Started area, and I want to make sure that you read the Is This Course for You? Tips for Success in the Math Class. I want you to read all of these necessary documents, and especially the course syllabus. And following the course syllabus, the most important thing you're going to need is in the next area, which is under course information. You can click here or you can page down, and the most important thing you're going to see here is the pacing guide. So I want you to make sure that you open this and download it and print it. You should have this available to you so that you can read all of the due dates for the entire semester and what the competencies are that you will be learning each week. Let's go to the beginning, and here I will explain everything that will be due each week, and I'll also be posting this again in the announcements just as a reminder. But if you have this printed off, you'll know what's due when. So this first week, after you read all the necessary information, you'll need to send me an email with your preferred testing center that where you'll be taking your proctored tests. Read the syllabus and all the information. And there's an information quiz, which you'll find here. This is the only quiz that you'll find under this tab. And that's based on the syllabus, so make sure you read the syllabus before you take this quiz. The next thing is the discussions. You get to the discussions by clicking on the discussion button. Let's go there, and I want to point out what I have here in the discussion area. I have general discussion area to start with. So here you can, if you have any questions or anything that you're unsure about, you can post it here. This is not graded, but it's a place for you to communicate with me and with your classmates. Also, I have these areas set up so that you can talk with each other and set up a study group. Students that get together and work together and do their homework together and study together seem to do a lot better. So I would love to see some study groups get formed. Here's some study tips. Again, it's not graded, but you can post there if you have any ideas that you'd like to share. And if you have any questions about studying, that's also a good place to post that. Let's move down. And what I'm going to have in this discussion area is a discussion for each section of the course on which you'll be having an exam. So the first discussion area is this discussion for exam 1, and there's going to be a new discussion each week. Now each week I have all of these problems listed that I'd like you to practice with. Do work on all of them, but what you're going to be doing is posting one problem at least by Wednesday. So post them in order. Print off this list or write it down, copy it off, and then as each problem is posted, cross off number 24 will be the first one that's posted. Then the next person to post will post number 28. Now, if number 28 gets posted before you get to do yours, and you are planning to do number 28, instead of posting that problem again, I'd like you to respond to the person who posted it first. And then you can go on and do the next problem. So get some of them ready before you actually are ready to post, and hopefully we won't have any duplicates. Any duplicates should be a response as opposed to an original post. In the subject line of your discussion, make sure you post this information, the section, the page, and the problem number, and then the first thing you post in there is the actual problem that you're solving or a question that you're answering. Everyone should post at least one problem by Wednesday and respond to one of your classmates by Wednesday. And then after Wednesday, pick another problem to solve. And again, we're going to post them in order. And I'm hoping that with 25 people in the class, we should be able to get through all of the problems by posting one before Wednesday and one after Wednesday. Now, if you do run out of questions, let me know. You can always supplement with other problems that I haven't listed, but I'd really like you to get through all of these. So that's what the discussion is going to look like. Let me go back to the first page again, which you can get to from up here. And the content area, I'll go back there, and we can look at the pacing schedule again. And I'll show you what else we have on this pacing schedule, which is the first chapter, and what you're responsible for, the My Math Lab homework, assignments, and quiz. Every week there'll be assignments and a quiz, and I've already mentioned that. So let's go back. I'll show you where we get to the My Math Lab, and also I want to point out that we will have study skills for the first few weeks of the course, just to help you learn how to deal with your My Math Lab and with your text and with your textbook and all the resources that are available to you. So study skills, let me point that out. Study skills are up here in the Dropbox. So you'll see when you go into the Dropbox, the first study skill that's due is this one. Read the directions and you'll submit it through the Dropbox. And then we only have this many Dropbox assignments, but I want to make sure you get through all of them and hopefully learn the resources that are available to you. Going back to the front page again, I mentioned My Math Lab, where most of your work is going to take place. The way you get there is by clicking on this link right here. Now, the first time you click on it, it's going to ask you for an access code. The access code is what you get that comes with your textbook. Now, you do have several options for buying your textbook, and I don't want you to go buying a used copy because it's not going to do you any good. It's going to wind up costing you more money if you have a used copy. So buy a new copy of the book from your campus bookstore, and it comes with the access code that you'll need. And the other alternative is to click on here on this link, and you can buy the access code that comes with an ebook directly from Pearson. So you don't have to have the hard copy. I personally like working with the hard copy of the book, but that's your decision to make. Let's see, is there anything else I need to tell you about here? I will have the checklist here, which will, if you click on that, that will list all the things that you need to do each week. So as you go through the week, if you print this off, or within the checklist, you can just click off the items as you go through it, and then you'll know what you've completed if there's anything left for you to do. Let's get rid of that. And I talked about content. That's where all the course materials are. Oh, let's go back to that. Because the course materials actually, again, tells you everything that's due. So week 1, it lists, you can go from here and it'll take you directly to the introduction discussion and the second discussion that deals with the coursework and the quiz that you have to take and the study skill assignment that you have to do. So if you click on the course materials and go to each week, again, that's another way to get through all of the necessary assignments that are due each week. The other thing I wanted to point out is I have this envelope here. You will have this too. This is our internal messaging. You can contact me through here, or you should also have a link to your eWolf email, your student email, and you can use that to get in contact with me. Preferably using this within the course, but if you use your student email to email me, if you have any questions, I'll be able to get back to you more quickly. But make sure you check your student email in addition to any messaging, internal messaging. that you have. If you do receive a message, this will have a dot like this one does. And unfortunately, I don't get that link to my school email. So you are lucky and have that link, and I don't. But just stay in contact. You can contact me through discussions, through internal messaging, through your email. And I've also given you my home phone number. Feel free to call me if you like. My home phone number is right here. I've given you a school phone number, which I don't get. It just leaves me a message. And so if you need to talk to me, call my home phone. And hopefully we'll have fun working together this semester. And let me know if you have any questions.